How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel here today with a little something different. We're looking at Dura Mandalorian by Hot Toys and just taking an overall look at how I modded my figure. And as you can all see, observing some of the box art, little wraparound banner with some figure photography. Of course, once you remove that box, top box part, we are treated with this nice photo of the figure. And of course, once you remove the little clamshell, we have the Mandalorian right here. Alright, so what you want to do is just hold the body and pull on this helmet, get that removed. Then you want to take the back part of the belt, the little Velcro, just pull that apart carefully. Make sure you don't rip anything in the process. And just slowly go ahead and gonna remove this belt around the waist carefully, and just kind of go ahead and pull that over his neck and shoulder. Slides right out. Then we're just gonna go ahead and remove this back plate on Velcro. It's the good part, everything's Velcro on this Mandalorian. So you wanna go ahead and same thing with the chest plate. Just remove that, set it aside. The cape, attach a little bit of Velcro there. This little shoulder strap, and here towards the front I didn't pull it because it looked like it was stitched in there by a small thread, so I just left that alone. So go ahead and remove the little face guards here. Then the boot, you can just push it forward till it kind of just pops out pretty easy. And you want to go ahead and remove that little leg brace like so. Set it to the side, and go ahead and remove the little knee pad. Just kind of slides right out. It's like a little elastic band there. And I just went and remove the thigh armor, and just repeat for the other side. Now the peg came out of that one, but it didn't snap. Just same thing, remove the leg guard and the thigh armor as well. Then just pull the hand. Peg came out with it. Move the forearm gauntlet, shoulder pad. Just repeat on the other side. Everything comes out pretty easy, fairly quick. So I'm just setting everything aside, left and right. Then we have the flight suit, which is on Velcro as well. Once you take that out, you just want to make sure you put the arms up, so that way you can slide it off the body much easier. So you won't have no issues there. And the same thing for the little waist guard here. And then of course the pants there are just little trouser pants here. You just kind of tuck those down, and you'll soon see here the disaster piece that I've done for my mod. Then the trickiest part here is the top shirt, the little zipper. But once you get that out, of course, hold on it carefully. You don't want to break the zipper, of course. And then the same thing, you just want to raise his arms and kind of pull over the neck, because it has like this little neck guard there. It gets in the way, and then you can just slide that off like so. So the first time I, of course, did this, he had this thick suit on underneath the body. What I did was use the scissors to cut the stitching here, and then I just started like measuring on the body where I wanted to cut, to give them more freedom on the arms, the forearms, and the thighs, and you can see a little gap on the knees, and just to give them, some more range of motion. And while you have them here, you can kind of see and test the range on the figure, so you get an idea of how you want it and where you want the padding. I chose these certain areas just so it wouldn't look too skinny, because it already does look kind of skinny with all the padding. So, you can kind of get a feel for how you want to move them around, and if you want to leave some padding on the biceps or not, or the chest. I did leave the padding on the forearms, but I realized that it came off with the suit. It was all entangled there, so I just kind of left it there. I don't want to mess with it too much, but that's where I had the padding on the forearm, just so the braces wouldn't fall off. Then we have all the parts disassembled. So as I said, kept all the orientations left and right, so I don't confuse myself when I'm putting them back together. Although most pieces, they do have a clearly marked left, right, but I just put it this way, so once I'm assembling, it's much easier. And for assemble, it's fairly easy. You just kind of go ahead and slide the pants back on. I use tape on the padding, so when I put the clothes back on, it doesn't slide out of place and kind of gets in the way when I'm putting everything together. So the pants just go right on. As I mentioned earlier, the padding for the forearms stuck in there, so I didn't want to mess with it too much. So again, I'm gonna raise those arms to push them through the sleeves, and once you start pushing the arms through the sleeves, you can go ahead and start pulling the shirt over the neck. So as you can see, I'm just making sure his sleeves on fully before I pull over the shirt over his neck. You can go ahead and once it's settled there, just go ahead and zip that up. Again, if you are a little nervous about using your hands for the zipper, you could use like some wire, fishing wire, any type of wire you may have laying around. Zip that up. I went ahead and tucked the shirt in to the pants so it could look a little better. Then just go ahead and slide that knee brace back on, and I'll just bend the knee to make sure it's where I want it to be. And just go ahead and reverse order, just start putting everything right on back together. Everything just pops right back into place. You can just fidget and fix that around. Same with the leg and the clothing. I'm just holding the clothing place so it doesn't bunch up too much as I'm assembling him back together. Again, everything just pops right back in. You can fix the clothes and make sure it doesn't get too bunched up, since the body is a little skinnier now. And just go ahead and put on this little waist guard here. Of course, everything's Velcro, so just line that up nicely. And once it's set, go ahead and get the little top piece again, arms up, slide that in carefully, and the same thing, line up the Velcro, make sure everything is right where you want it to be. Go ahead and get that back plate, put it back on, smooth the cape out the way, make sure you Velcro it where it's supposed to go. Go ahead and put that chest plate on, and then I'll just go ahead and put the waist armor the hip armor. Go ahead and get his leg armor here back on. Then I just go ahead and get the little belt, just loop it around the arm. Carefully go ahead and loop that over the neck, and just tuck the cape so it's not in your way. You want to just take all the extra cape there and get it out and into place before we go ahead and fix this little belt on him. And you know, less padding, so it's gonna look a little loose, but I can live with that because articulation is gonna be much better on the figure. And go ahead and shoulder pad on. Same thing, just slide the bracers on. And my peg came out with the hand, so pop that right back in. And then on the other side, you want to go ahead and don't be like me, who tried to put the shoulder pad on upside down. Yeah, just go ahead and orient myself as I put that on the correct way. Then we will go ahead and put on the bracer and plug the hand back in. And then, you know, once I stop struggling and the bunching, so we'll plug that in. And last but not least, we just move the little material there to get the peg on. We have his helmet back on, and this is the way. Alright guys, so I know that I had already modded my figure prior to doing this video, but I just wanted to give you a general idea of a tutorial I saw. And you know, I don't have much experience doing any professional mods, but I just wanted to show you how I did my Mando and how I wanted to get more range of motion and better articulation on my figure. So really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider leaving a like. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more figure reviews. And I will leave you here with some little poses of my modded Mando. And I hope to catch you all in the next video.